World, Manchester City have hired an 18-year-old gamer called Kieran Kes Brown to represent the club at eSports tournaments and fan events. Here's the gaming journalist Guy Cocker.
The category itself is known as eSports, which is one of the biggest growing areas of sports in the world. It's hard to believe for anyone that sort of doesn't really play video games, but actually watching live video games and watching them streamed online is a huge growth area, especially among that sort of desirable younger audience that advertisers are always going after. So Wimbledon, the final this weekend, that final in the UK will be watched by about 9 million people. There are streaming events that are happening online. The League of Legends is a huge game, and that will reach, while it's worldwide, a similar audience, so 11.2 million people watching concurrently online. FIFA, which is with this young lad has been hired by Manchester City to play, this guy Kieran Kes Brown, is not actually a very popular game to be played in esports at the moment. It's sports games in general are not that popular, but I think Manchester City is a huge club. It's recognising the growth in esports, and it's sort of saying we're going to get in here on the ground level.
When my kids play FIFA, they play with all sorts of fantasy teams. I mean, they can assemble within certain limits whoever they like within their teams and call them by whatever names, Man City, Barcelona and so forth. Will this chap have to play the current Man City squad with all their gifts and limitations?
Well, you'd think that when he is, it's not been announced by Manchester City, but you'd think when he plays FIFA in professional competitions, he will probably play as Manchester City. But that's certainly not I don't think it's not been said anyway that it's a stipulation of joining the club. Exactly as you said, your kids, there's a huge audience for kids out there. And really this young chap who's been hired by Manchester City will be about directly reaching that audience, probably getting them to follow Manchester City. So like I said, it's quite a savvy move by Manchester City to reach out to a younger audience.
And in terms of the top football clubs like Manchester City, they're certainly prepared to pay their top players, $300,000 a week. Any idea what Kes Brown might be on?
Well, as I said, FIFA isn't actually isn't the most popular game to play in esports. If you're playing the most popular video games, so that's games like League of Legends, the prize pools for those games are insane. So again, to take the Wimbledon analogy, the top prize there is about $2 million. If you're playing at the biggest international video game tournaments and you win, and that's a very difficult thing to achieve, but obviously so is winning Wimbledon, you can win $6 million. The prize funds are eclipsing traditional sports. Now, for this young guy who's playing football, he's got a smallish YouTube channel. I think he's got about 12,000 followers. He won't be pulling in the sort of salaries that footballers get, but I imagine he'll be salaried and he'll still have the freedom to go and make video content on his own channels. And obviously, it's a big boost for him for his particular career.
That was Guy Cocker.